Hey there everybody, welcome to Charlage Gaming. I am Balmonkor and today we are back with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Only Challenge Edition. It took me a while to hunt down some specific packs for a decent price, but I found them. And even though our series counts the packs at their market value of $4, some of these packs cost a little bit more than that. But honestly, when it comes down to it, guys, last episode we won all three duels, won all three matches, I should say. And two of them were against randoms, one were against friendly duelists. I'm hoping this week we don't have to duel against any randoms. But if we have to, I'm going to give it a couple days to look for duels. If I can't find them, then I will just go out and duel some randoms. But I have to say, episode 10, winning 3 duels was awesome. But our challenges really didn't progress much. Let's go over the challenges really quick. Structure challenges. We only had 5 likes on the last video. That's 5 like points. Structure challenge number 1 needs 150 like points. We only had 77 out of 150. 10 secrets packed, completed that episode 9. 10 duels won, or completed that a long time ago, guys, trust me. Moving to the unlock challenges for special sets, guys. We, again, 77 out of 100. We only got +5 last episode. 10 new cards out of the deck, done episode 8. 20 duels won, done episode what, 10? Yeah. And pack 50 Pendulum monsters, completed that episode 10 as well. Awesome. But 10 different comments from 10 different viewers. We are stuck on 7 still. Episode 10 had no new comments from different viewers. So that causes us to still have to hold off on that, guys. And finally, this episode, episode 11's episode challenges. These are kind of tough, guys, but these aren't my usual ones. These are new. Win 3 matches. We're not allowed to lose any match this time. Win 1 match coming from behind. We have to be behind them and come back for that victory. And win one duel, not a match, a duel, using no exceed monsters. Honestly, that might be a little difficult depending on our polls. Honestly, guys, I'm super excited to talk about the polls because the packs I have here took me a while to get hold of, and I cannot wait for you guys to see them. So honestly, guys, let's switch over and get straight to the pack opening. Yugioh, an incredibly complex and challenging game. I'm just a returning duelist who last played when Exceeds first released. With a budget possibly controlled by viewers, various difficult challenges every episode, this is Yugioh, Sealed Only Challenge Edition. Alright guys, so I have a different type of camera setup. Usually I'd have the camera set up back over where my hands are here, so I'd have to like open packs. Thankfully I'm just doing a top-down view with the camera rotated, or have it flipped on the thing. So this should hopefully allow me to open packs a little bit more comfortably. So going over the packs, guys, $50 budget this week. Now these cost way more than 50 bucks, but for the Patreon 20 bucks, we have $4 each, 5 packs of Pendulum Evolution. Now guys, honestly, when it comes to Pendulum Evolution, we actually need some really big stuff. I mean, really, Perform Pal Skull Crobat Joker, we need some. We are really missing them. Wisdom Eye, I wouldn't mind another one. Tuning Magician, we still haven't pulled any Odd Eyes Vortexes. There's actually cards in here, guys, that I would not mind seeing. But that is not the big thing. That is not what has caused a delay. It's these. Now, I had control 30 bucks. Now, these guys are way more than 4 bucks each, but I'm counting them as 4. We have 7 blisters of Battles of Legend, Relentless Revenge. Remember, we go off the MSRP. Each one of these are 4 bucks, even though it cost way more than that. And this set, guys, could change everything for us. I mean, honestly, Relentless Revenge. I mean, there's Gamma Seal. We already bumped the Supreme King Darkworms. But I mean, Solemn Judgment, guys, the fact we can get a Fog Blade, number 27 Dreadnought Dreadnoid. I mean, but I think ultimately the biggest thing is the fact we can hit Tornado Dragon, we can hit Torrential, we can hit Duelist Alliance. I think that's only an Ultra. There is one other card, Solemn Strike. Oh, Baguska. Baguska's in here as well as TG Wonder Magician. I mean, there's just so many good potential things in this set, as well as Eater of Millions, which could come in handy, guys. So honestly, I'm super excited about these. There are 7 of them, and then 5 Pendulum Evolution. Of course, we're going to open the Pendulum Evolution first, we're going to be right back really quick, and I'm going to pull these as the blisters. We open up the Relentless Revenge. Funny enough, they have these little code things on the back. That one doesn't, that one doesn't, this one does, this one does. So like 4 of them out of the 7 have these things. So yeah, it's cool to have Relentless Revenge, guys, but we are saving these 7 at the end. Pendulum Evolution, Skullcrabat Joker, Tuning Magician, that's what we're hunting for out of here. Let me know what you guys think about the new camera angle. It's probably going to feel a little different. Alright, here we go, guys. We have pack number 1, Chronograph Sorcerer, Time Star Magician, Ritual Beast Tamer, Zephyr Windy, Stargazer, and Odd Eyes Fusion. Interesting. I don't think any of that stuff we need. Next pack is Pevo. We have Astrograph, Black Fang, Magical Abductor, Dragon Pit Magician, and Oath Dragon Magician. Not hitting any of the stuff we need. Come on, Skullcrabat, please. Chronograph Sorcerer, Right Wing Magician, Timebreaker, Odd Eyes Absolute, and Amazing Pendulum. I have been debating about putting a Right Wing Magician back in the deck. I mean, we've already pulled them, but I mean, it's just a thought I've been having. Star Pendulum Graph, guys. Harmonizing, Metal Foes, Crimsonite, Time Gazer, and Pendulum Shift. Last pack. Can we pull our first tuning? A second. Skullcrabat. Harmonizing, Purple Poison. Whoop. That felt like a card got stuck. Dharma Eye, Odd Eyes Pendulum, and Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst is a synchro 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. This special summoning target 1 card in your pen zone. Special summon else, this card cannot attack for the rest of the turn. That is a synchro we can use. And probably a good one that we need because we're not used to, we have to win 1 duel without using Exceeds. So honestly, probably that was our best pull. Now it's time for the set that could change this series. 7 packs of Relentless Revenge. Here we go. So much easier to open packs like this. Oh, right off the bat. There we go. Tornado Dragon. This guy is going to be huge for us. That's a big pull, guys. Massive pull. Let me put him over there. Slash Draw, Litmus Doom Ritual, Gaia Saber, and Bottomless Trap Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole is another card we could use, but dude, we already pulled Tornado Dragon. That's massive. Can we pull Baguska? Can we pull more? Let's see. Iron Draw, Altergeist Manifestation, Preparation of Rites, another Gaia Saber, and Neospatian Dark Panther. Still trying to get used to this new angle, guys, so let me know if I'm messing up at all. Alright, we have Crystron Chrondrax. It is a generic, but it's 4. We have Tenma, the Sky Star, Torrential, TG Wonder Magician, massive pull, and a 3rd Gaia Saber. God, is Gaia Saber the most easily pulled card? 4 packs left, guys. Pull TG, we pull Tornado. Can we pull some Duelist Alliance? Can we pull Baguska? Guard Dragon, guys. 3+ effect monsters. That's possibly something. So you have Doom Ritual, Iron Hand, Dark Lord Enchantment, and Iron Knight. 3 packs left. These 2 have already been massive pulls for the collection. Oh, this tag here has completely sealed the pack. This tag will not let me open it the regular way, so we are tearing it apart. So we have Meadowfoes Mithrilium, Solemn Strike, great card to have, Time Lord, Airspation, and Cyber Larva. Did I just say Airspation instead of Neospatian Air? I am losing my mind, guys. Okay, we have Gilf the Phantom Bird, Rainbow Dark Dragon, Noble Knight, Mendrot, a Sidra, and a World Legacy Heart. Alright, last pack. Can we pull Baguska? Can we pull a Duelist Alliance? We have Empty Machine, Roll Legacy Discovery, Perform Age, Trick Clown, that's interesting. Full Metal Foes, Alkeist, and Hayate the Earth Star. So guys, this is what our biggest pulls. I think we can also add Meteor Burst over here. These are some amazing pulls for our deck. I mean, we also had some pretty big hitters. Trick Clown's usable, I believe so. Solemn Strike, Torrential, where is it? Bottomless. Those are some pretty good trap lineups to add to the deck as well. But yeah, guys, I actually think that we might also throw in a, where to go? Oh wait, is it a, it's an ultra, isn't it? Yeah. Might throw back well, harmonizing. Whoop. Wait, hold on, where's the, there it is. Right Ring Magician, I think we might pull that in, but guys, I think these are pretty solid pulls to help out the deck. I'm gonna go build the deck, and hopefully guys, what you liked what you saw with those packs. Kind of bummed we did not pull a Baguska or another Duelist Alliance, but there's always next time. So it's been a hot minute since I showed the actual in-person deck instead of just Dueling Book. Let me know which you prefer, whether you prefer the Dueling Book or this. Starting off with our deck, guys, that we're playing this episode, we have the one Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. So we only pulled the one for Maximum Crisis. Still pumped that we pulled this, because this one made sure I had a copy of every Ash Blossom in the game. Next up, Astrograph. Honestly, it was tough playing this guy originally because he is a good one scale, but now that we actually have a Stargazer Magician, it really helps us. Moving on from Astrograph, we have 3 Black Fang Magician, 8 scale. I mean, honestly, one of the better 8 skills we have, and has to be played a 3-up. Then we have the one Chronograph Sorcerer. We've always had Time Gazer, that hasn't been a problem. So obviously, it's nice to have these guys kind of in rotation. I have been thinking about maybe trying a second Chronograph, because we do have a second one. We have the one Dino Wrestle Pankotops. Obviously, it's one of the better cards we have access to. Triple Double Iris Magician, our other great 8 scale. And honestly, it allows us to search Pendulum graphs. You know what it is, guys. Honestly, I feel like this deck is shaping up to be better and better. The Triple Harmonizing Magician. Go to special summon from hand. When we Pendulum summon, yeah, just gotta love her. We're still playing the one Luster Dragon, Draco Slayer, just because when it comes down to it, I feel like we still needed to rotate in and out for some things, but I have been wondering if I should cut him. I went down to 2 Oath Dragon Magicians. Honestly, I was running 3 before. I'm messing with little balances here and there every episode, and I felt like 3 Oath Dragons was too much, but I'm wondering if 2 is going to be enough. Then one card we pulled this episode for Mage, Trick Clown. Now honestly, when it comes to Trick Clown, it's a good 4 that it can bring itself back if we need to extend. And really guys, it's one of those things where it's like, it feels nice to have as a possible starter for Link, because if I normal summon him, I can link him off and bring out Artemis. And then with Artemis, because he is sent to the grave, I can just bring him back and we can go into a Link 2 and be able to pen summon even more. Especially if we pop stuff off using Wisdom Eye or Oath Dragon or one of the Astrograph or Chronograph. We'll have stuff where we can actually further extend. The one Performance Pal Skull Combat Joker, I am still sad we only have one. We got him early on, and I've been trying, because when he first was at 1, it was just like, okay, cool. Okay, he came off even further. Still can't pull other copies. The one Stargazer, finally pulled him this episode. Glad to finally have him in there. He's another good one. He's dark. Then, of course, the one Time Gazer Magician. I've been wondering if I do want to run them, but I think for now, we have to play what we can to help thin out the deck. Next, my favorite card, Purple Poison Magician. Think I'll try to run them at 2. Just love the popping. And then I did put the one White Ring Magician back, just because I feel like it is another 4 tuner that is a scale 1. It's probably good to have. 2 Wisdom Eye. I would like a 3rd, but we still haven't pulled it. So 2 is what we have to work with now. The one Duelist Alliance. Was hoping we could pull more, this episode, but we just didn't. But still, it's cool to have the 1. 2, Pendulum Call. I think I might go back to 3 next episode. I keep trying to test out this 2 ratio to see if I like it, and I think we have a 3rd one, and maybe I don't have a 3rd one. I'm going to recount that, but I think we only have 2 maybe. Moving to Star Pendulum Graph, sticking those at 2. Not going to ever do any more. Might actually, as we get better cards, cut it down to 1. The 1 Angel Stature as a rune. I think this is still too good to have until we actually hit a win condition, just as a possible monster removal. Well, special summon monster removal. And then I did rarity bump the bottomless trap hole that we pulled. But yeah, we're running the triple bottomless just because we still need some removal. We are running 2 Solemn Strike. Got the new one, got the one we got from Special Edition. So I like that we have them just because I think we need to keep our opponent as much off the cards as possible. 2 Time Pendulum Graphs, honestly, when it comes down to it. 3 was way too much. 2 feels like a pretty good number. I may cut it down to 1 as we get better cards. And last card, Torrential Tribute. I'm glad to have Torrential in here just as a board wipe in case we do get in that bad situation. So that's the main deck. Let me know what you guys think. If I'm missing any cards, like if you guys know I pulled something and I'm not including it, let me know, because I do have a bad habit of doing that. Now, moving to the extra, we have the 1 Enlightenment Paladin, 1 Ignites to Prominence, Blasting Draco Slayer. We have the 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. We could technically make it using Ash, but it kind of sucks not having Tuning Magician. Speaking of not having Tuning Magician, I'm glad we pulled TG Wonder Magician. We cannot make it because we don't have any ones. Usually it would be cool to make this, but we really can't. It's kind of a dead card, but I love it, and I'm including it because I'm glad we finally pulled it. 1 Katukochi Dragon. This card has been kind of great for us, and it's helped sealed up a couple wins in the last few episodes. Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. Gets a search. What more can you ask for? Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. I'm just going to keep this in here just because it is another good 4. Has a pretty beefy stat line. The 1 Time Star Magician, I cut it down because it feels like I really only need 1. I ever really go into 1. And we have better options like, yes, Tornado Dragon. I'm finally super hyped that we pulled the secret Tornado Dragon. Wasn't Maximum Crisis, but we will take this Tornado Dragon. It's another great 4 pop back row. What more could you ask for? The 1 Artemis, I feel like Artemis is going to become a bigger play now, especially with Trick Clown, because it only takes 1 spellcaster, and we can just Trick Clown into Artemis, Trick Clown come back, and we immediately in the Link 2. Speaking of our Link 2s, we have Nightmare Phoenix, Lion of the Light Charm Illustrious with the 2 down arrows, Bewitch Apprentice, again 2 down arrows, and then for our 3s, I decided to drop the 2nd Nightmare Unicorn for Beauregard Dragon. We just pulled it, and it has a pretty cool effect, and I think it's a different flavor than just wanting 2 Nightmare Unicorns. So our last card is the Nightmare Unicorn. This is the extra we'll be running, guys. So hopefully you guys think that extra is strong. I definitely feel like it's stronger than previous episodes. TG Wonder Magician is a dead card right now, but you know. But if you notice the main, we did take out, and this is the side deck, we did take out the Darkworm package. And this is just mainly because I felt like having spellcasters that can bounce and go into stuff, and trying to go more of the Magician route, we're going to probably see less of the Darkworm combination. But yeah, I did take out, like I said, the 1 Elf Dragon. I did put it in the side just in case I did feel like we needed 3. Still running the Odd Eyes Pendulum in here. We have the 2 Skullmeister, just in case we do need to side into it. You know, it's another hand trap. What more can you ask for? 2 Magicians left hand. Again, I'm just running spells that could help if we need to go into heavy spells, but not really. And there's not many good side deck cards that we can use. 2 Restage. And then, of course, 2 right hand. So we're running 2 of each. I doubt we'll ever use these, but they seem pretty useful. And then the 1 Ballista Squad, just in case we do need to go into more removal. But that, guys, is the side deck. Let me know what you guys think about the deck, because I feel like I'm trying to test stuff, messing with stuff, ratios and everything. And I feel like things are going well for the most part. But I really am concerned if we are, how do I say this? Not strong enough in our actual core identity of the deck. I wonder if with this deck, if we're missing, I know we're missing extra deck cards, but I'm wondering if maybe I should really go for the Magician route in the main and really take out the stuff that isn't there and like side in some of the stuff that we are maining that aren't Magicians, like the Draco Slayer, the Pank, and move some of that stuff and try to get more Magicians into the core, or if we should kind of stick with this. I'm going to test this balance out this episode. Hope you look forward to the duels, guys. It took a while to get the Relentless Revenge, so that's why this video was so delayed, but I think it was worth it with the TG Wonder Magician and the Tornado Dragon. But let's switch over and check out the duels. Go. Alright guys, so we are finally back with pens. I sped up the footage because Dueling Nexus feels a little slow. Now honestly, the first two duels are against randoms. This first one against King Taco. They Star Age, I'm like, okay, this could be used in a myriad of decks, so I just thought, okay, let's stop it there. It's a starter, they pass, and I'm thinking we're in a good position. I was thinking about Time Pendulum graphing, but I think it wasn't worth it. I go double Iris. Honestly, guys, I do mess up. I totally forget Selene doesn't have a downward, Selene, oh my god, Artemis doesn't have a downward arrow. So I was thinking, okay, when I pen, I can bring back, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I can't. I'm like, oh, I made a mistake there, but I was thinking, it's alright. One position, they collapse Serpent, I'm thinking, okay, they bring out Collapse Serpent, let's see what they do here. Because maybe they're just thinking they beat over an Octavision. I decide to pop both. I know he's going to get searching, but I'm thinking, okay, maybe I stop him. Striker, stop that. Rock Single, I'm thinking, okay, what is he going to go? Borled Savage? He goes into Chaotic Magical Dragon. He's going to further extend. And at this point, I'm thinking, man, I think I'm screwed. I think and it's just kind of a Dragon Link. It has too much utility for me to match up with. Cool to see Tornado Dragon out and being used, but at this point I realize I'm pretty much dead, and I'm thinking, well, there's no point, let's surrender. Moving on to the second one. Again, I kind of get pretty good scales here. I'm thinking that's not bad. Bring out, and I'm wondering how deep I actually want to go here, because I really don't have a negate. And I really should have thought about it, because he spent time to side, and I really didn't think about that. And so right when he popped out, I was thinking, well, this is pretty much a loss. I'm going to lose on card advantage. I am going to lose just because he has all the cards he needs, and it's so easy with Dragon Link just to have one or two cards to really go into your combos. So I'm sitting here thinking, I do have a 1 scale, so I'm not completely out of the water yet. He brings out the Monster Negate. I'm looking at Harmonizing, thinking, well, I'm pretty much dead. Goes into Vampire, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can't do anything against this guy. And so at this point, I know it is pretty much over. The only chance I have is if somehow, some way, I can bait out his cards and do something. But it really depends on the top draw. He goes into Borlode Savage, and at that point I know, well, I'm pretty much dead. So, I penned someone. Harmonizing, pretty sure was going to get negated, and it didn't. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. I'm like, you do you. And so I'm sitting here thinking, what can I actually do? What can I actually make that has anything? So I decided to pop. They negate it, thinking, okay, cool. Bring it out. I'm wondering if there's anything I can actually do. So Nightmare Phoenix it back. I go in to go crash, and I just surrender because I know pretty much at that point I'm going to die. The second duel against Vanta, this duel, guys, is actually kind of strange. All right, so we're 1-0 down. We failed an episode challenge because we can't win all 3 matches since we lost our first match. So that will, affect that. But this duel is kind of strange. So he goes into it, and at first I'm thinking, okay, so Cyber Dragon, cool. I have a couple interactions with it, but let's see how far this goes. because I played Cyber Dragon a couple of times, but I've never actually seen a full combo breakdown. I never really looked into the deck myself, so I don't know all the combo lines. I just know I see vulnerable spot, I try to hit vulnerable spot. So he sets it back on, like, okay, is that to try to bait out my turn's Tornado Dragon? I'm like, okay, I bottomless his Seeker. He brings out Sidra. I'm thinking that's fine, I'll just pot the other back row. He brings out the other Cyber Dragon. And at this point, he brings out, nobody goes into Infinity. I'm thinking, okay, you're going to bump into my monster. I thought he was actually going to go into my dragon, but then he goes to use the fusion, and nothing happens because of, you know, can't use spell traps in battle. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how far can I do anything about this? So I crash, I hit for 21, and I have Purple Poison just there to, what are you going to do? If you're going to hit it, you're going to hit it. If you go after Tornado Dragon, that's fine. I still have Purple Poison. I can pen summon Astrograph back. He can beat over your Sidra. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, he goes in, he surrenders, and he completely surrenders. I mean, he full-on crits. So we actually pick that up 2-0, and that duel actually has an effect on our episode challenges, because we do have win one duel using no Exceeds monsters. We didn't use Exceed monsters, technically in that second duel. But I bring up that challenge mainly because you need to watch this duel. Now, this is our final duel. This is against Friendly Duelist. Friendly Duelist, I dueled all 3 of the duels from the 3 series on the same day. And I'm going to say this in all the 3 series. And he wanted to use this fish deck because of all the support that just came out. So I'm thinking, cool, dude. You can practice using the same deck. I torrential the board. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't have as much of his returns as possible. So I sit there, I chronograph, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm debating about scaling or doing anything with harmonizing. And at this point, I'm just trying to keep him off anything that can do anything. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't get the search, but hey, I'll scale just in case I hit any of my low scales, because I've gone through most of my high at this point. I hit him for a pretty big chunk of damage. I pop. I'm not going to let him have anything. And at this point, I'm looking pretty good. Not only have I an Exceed summon, I am winning this duel pretty convincingly. So, yeah. So, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, down to 100. If I draw anything, let's go oaf. I'm thinking, okay, attack 18. Down to 100. If he has anything, I pretty much, and I'm like, okay, going to blind hit that one. The other 2 hadn't done. It was just a triple tactic. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, let's hit. And we wrap up the first duel of the match. Second, he kind of does what Fish does. And, God, he just goes off. And I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, oh, how bad can this end? Oh, that's a lot of hate. And so I'm thinking, okay, negate, that's cool. And he takes it. I'm like, that's fine. Stargazer, he's going to negate. Take, that's fine. Purple Poison, goes to match. And at this point, I'm like, I have scales. Let's see what can happen. I strike the Butuna. He brings out, try to bottomless, he takes the bottomless. And at this point, I'm thinking, well, I completely am just getting destroyed here. I get a strike. I realize I'm pretty much dead. And there it goes. Moving on to duel number 3 of this great match, guys. Honestly, this match was intense. And I'm really hoping I can win this, seeing that I'm 1-1 right now on this episode. And 1-on-1 in this match. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I have to really wait to hit his vulnerable points. I have to make sure I can stop him when he exceeds, and I realize he's just spamming out cards to make sure that, and so at this point I'm thinking, okay, I torrential board, because I'm hoping he didn't have anything else. So I pen summon, and I just hope I can bring as much heat as possible. He does hit the Harmonized Magician, but I'm thinking that's fine. I'm like, I'll go into Tornado. Tornado pop back. I'm like, okay, I literally hit him for a huge amount of damage. Down to 33. I should win this. Star Pendulum Graph. I'm thinking, okay, hit in, hit down, and I should win this no matter what. Prank it. Triple Tactics, unless he draws something big here off these two cards. He sets, passes, I Tornado, I attack per game. That wraps it up. All right, guys, that was some tough dueling out there. Honestly, when it comes down to it, guys, you know, one of our episode challenges was to win 3 matches. We didn't. We did win 2 out of the 3, though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think adding some of those extra decks, I kind of got a little too Tornado happy this time using Tornado Dragon, but you know what, though? It's a powerful card, and we just have to continue growing. But thankfully, or maybe not thankfully, you guys will be in control of some of the budget. So let's actually go over some of this, guys, because this is interesting. Let's go over all the challenges. When it comes down to it, guys, and this is very much the truth, is structure challenges, not much has changed. Just like earlier, 77 out of 150 like points, 10 secrets packed, completed that. 10 duels won, completed that. The like points are really hurting us on all fronts. Unlock challenges for special sets. 100 like points. We're at 77. We need 23 more. 10 new cards added to the deck. Completed that. 20 duels won. Completed that. Pack 50 pen monsters. Completed that. 10 different comments from 10 different viewers. We're at 7 out of 10. Episode 10, the last episode, we got none. Hopefully this episode we can get 3 new people to comment. Let's talk about the episode challenges. The episode challenges this time, guys, rough. Win 3 matches, 2 out of 3. We failed that. That means a top like comment gets to control $10 of the fund. Win 1 match coming from behind. I messed up the wording. I said win 1 match coming from behind. We were never behind when we ended up winning. So we have failed that. That's $10 to another top like comment. So the viewers, you guys control $20. 2 of the top like comments, 2 top like comments will be decided on to control $10 each of the fund. Win 1 duel using no exceeds monsters. Now we did that twice. Vanta rage crit, so we technically won the second duel with none, but one of our duels against friendly duelists, we won using no exceeds monsters. So we did that twice, but doesn't matter. I'm going to mark it 1 for 1 because we completed it. I get to control $10. Next episode's budget. Patreon gets 20. I get 10. The viewers, you guys get $20. 2 top like comments will each control $10 respectively. Now, honestly, guys, when it comes down to it, I think the pen deck is getting better and stronger. I'm excited to see where we can take it from now on. There is some things we really need to sort out with the deck, and Tuning Magician, needing one of those is very much a thing. Skull Cravat Joker only having 1 hurts. The extra deck is in a pretty vulnerable spot, and we're really missing some of the bigger cards that we can only get in special sets. By unlocking it, we are now trapped behind, needing 3 new commenters and like points. So hopefully, guys, please smash that like button. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. Spread the word. Let people know. Let's keep growing this and complete this pen deck. Make it best deck. And, you know, guys, that's all I can really say, except till next time. Tag out.